thank you to those in the previous Red Wings video who commented John Tortorella. If you want a chance to be featured in the next one, then hey, stick around to the end of this video. But today we're given probably one of the final updates that we can actually give for one of the top prospects in the Red Wings system. Now, if you have been on this channel for a while, you know who he is. He doesn't need an introduction, especially if you're a Red Wings fan, but today we're making another video about Moritz Seider, the Red Wings' top 6 pick at the 2019 NHL entry draft, because, hey, guess what? He is done. He has stopped playing. His team, the Rögle BK, have just lost the SHL championship to the Vancouver Lakers. Now, we're going over the series here, just going over the games and all that stuff, because last time we spoke about Seider, we talked about how heading into the finals, he was an absolute monster for the blue line for the Rögle BK in the SHL playoffs. Despite the fact that he wasn't really a top point producer, he was out there with 0 goals against at any strength the entire playoffs thus far, or at least up to that point. So heading into the final series, number 1 seed Vancouver versus number 2 seed Rögle. It was going to be really great to see for Seider's own personal development and, of course, as a hockey player too. But, alas, you already know the results of the SHL Finals. It wasn't really all too close because Vancouver ended up taking the series. Get this, they won 4-1, so it took them 5 games to eliminate Moritz Seider and his Rögle BK hockey club. Games 1 and 2 were won by Vancouver. They got a 2-0 lead in the series. Rögle won game number 3 in convincing fashion, 5-1. Then you had another Vancouver overtime win in game number 4, putting them up 3-1. It's kind of crazy how you have things go down like this, where you're up 3-1 in the series, but 2 of your wins came in overtime, and you know, in overtime, anything goes, right? It really easily could have been 3-1 Rögle had those overtime games not gone the way that they had. And then we had Game 5, which was yesterday, and spoiler alert, you know what happens, Rögle ends up losing. The final score is 6-2. Let's just go over briefly what happened here in game number 5. Because Rögle actually got themselves on the board first. Because it was actually Moritz Seider taking the puck down the right side. He dumps it all the way into the Vancouver zone. The Rögle cycle it around a little bit, and all of a sudden it's Eric Jelenosh of all people. Yeah, that guy that we made our keyword of a few videos ago. He comes in, very nice goal. He scores 1-0, boom. And then Vancouver scores 6 straight, it's 6-1, and then on the final goal, we actually had Moritz Seider with an assist on the 6-2 goal, which ultimately eliminates Rögle from the tournament. They lose the series 4-1. And now for Moritz Seider, that is it. His SHL campaign for 2020-2021 has concluded. Obviously, we noted the 28 points in 41 games in the regular season, but in the playoffs, 5 points, 13 games, certainly not bad, especially considering the fact that a boatload of his production came towards the end. He didn't really have that many points starting off the tournament, but of course, as we noted, even though he wasn't scoring, he still hadn't allowed a goal against in such a long period of time. So I think he's fine. Plus the fact that the Rögle guys always talking about how he is one of, if not their best defenders and one of the best D-men in the entire league, certainly bodes well for his profile. So a very good play to set up the first goal for Rögle and an assist to get their last goal. Moritz Seider with a very big impact in the final game of the series, but that's not the impact I wanted to talk about, because after the game, after everything was set and done, we had ourselves what was a video going around of the Rögle BK hockey club after they got eliminated. They're all just kind of standing there. Some of their guys are just kind of holding onto their sticks. Other guys are kind of kneeled down. I would assume they're watching Vancouver celebrate with the championship, and while they're just standing there, guess who it is? It's Moritz Seider, who goes around to all of his teammates and he gives them big, warm hugs. He's the only guy moving. All the other players, they look like statues out there. They're just watching, I think it's Vancouver celebrating, and meanwhile Seider is going around there giving his dues, you know, paying back the love, showcasing to all the guys on the Rögle hockey team just how special this squad is to him. And I thought that was heartwarming, you know? If that doesn't scream leadership to you, what would? That doesn't scream team quality guy right there. What would? That is a guy in Moritz Seider who is displaying just such an ultimate compassion for his team that it really does make me warm inside, you know? I saw a lot of people saying, oh, this is going to be the Lidstrom to Larkin's Yzerman. I saw that in the subreddit specifically. And obviously, they're not going to be talking about the, you know, the ceiling. I don't think anybody else is saying that Seider is going to be the next Lidstrom, but in terms of the leadership and what they mean to the squad, this is the kind of thing that really puts Seider in a good light. And I think a lot of Red Wings fans, upon seeing this video, go ahead and watch it. It's a great video. It's 30 seconds long. You can have it on repeat. Just see Seider going out there showing the love. This is the kind of thing that makes you not just a fan favorite, but a team favorite as well. We already know how much of a joy he is to coach because the coaches for Rögle are always praising this guy, but being this guy's teammate, that's something that I think is going to be underrated as well in this aspect. So for Moritz Seider, things are looking pretty good for him. Obviously, I think there's a lot of understanding as to why he would go out there and be this sentimental towards his teammates, because he probably knows that he's not going to be in the SHL next year. He'll probably be with the Red Wings. So giving the final goodbyes in that way makes a lot more sense too. But either way, you know, still good to see. So talk to me in the comments what you thought about Moritz Seider and his 2020-2021 campaign in the SHL. For all intents and purposes, if you want to be featured in the next Red Wings video, just comment down in the comment section below Rögle BK, because that is poetic, I think, to end things off over there. Talk to me in the comments what you thought about Moritz Seider and the entire profile. What do you think he's going to be at the NHL level? What do you think he's going to be when he comes over soon? All this stuff, lots of discussion to be had. We've discussed, I think, every aspect of these conversations. So, hey, opening up the doors to more conversation isn't really a bad thing in my opinion, because it's kind of what we do here. So, let me know in the comments all that stuff that you think. I hope you enjoyed this Mr. Ash Rolls 99. And bye.